Tonight, when the sun goes down, you casually flip a switch. Light floods the room. You continue your evening without giving it a second thought. But for more than 300,000 years of human history, that simple act didn't exist. When the sun set, the world plunged into near total darkness. You couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face. Every single one of your ancestors spent roughly half their lives in that profound dark, with nothing but the stars, the moon, and whatever fire they could keep burning. So what did they actually do for all those long hours after sunset? The answer reshapes everything we think we know about sleep, storytelling, culture, and what it truly means to be human. It all begins with fire. The earliest solid evidence of humans controlling fire comes from Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. Fire wasn't only for warmth or cooking. It completely restructured the human day. Before reliable fire, our ancestors behaved like other primates. At sunset, they climbed into trees or found shelter and stayed still. Moving at night meant becoming easy prey. Our eyes are weak in the dark compared to the sharp night vision of leopards, hyenas, and wolves that once hunted us. A strong campfire created a circle of safety about 30 feet across. Inside that glowing circle, predators usually stayed away. Outside it, the night remained dangerous. But fire gave humans something even more valuable: extra time. It added 2 to 4 usable hours after sunset every single day. Across thousands of generations, those stolen hours changed our species forever. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wiesner published a landmark study. She had spent years recording conversations among the Ru-Honzi Bushmen in the Kalahari Desert, one of the last groups living close to our ancestral way of life. Her findings were striking. During the day, about 80% of conversations were practical: planning hunts, gathering food, negotiating, and handling daily problems. Daytime talk was all about survival and work. 81% of the conversations became stories, tales of distant places, heroic adventures, ancient myths about how the world began, and jokes that made the whole camp laugh. Wiesner concluded that fire-like conversation was where human culture was truly born. The campfire became the original theater, the first classroom, the first place of worship. It was where humans learned to imagine things that didn't yet exist, to share emotions, and to build the shared stories that hold societies together. Yet the night held another profound secret. For most of human history, people did not sleep in one long, continuous block the way many of us try to today. Historian Roger Eckhart spent 16 years searching through old documents, court records, prayer books, prayer books, and even Homer's Odyssey. He found over 500 clear references to first sleep and second sleep. People normally went to bed shortly after sunset, slept for about 4 hours, then woke naturally for 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night. After that quiet interval, they returned to sleep for another 4 hours until dawn. This wasn't insomnia. This was the normal human sleep pattern for centuries, possibly millennia. What did people do during that wakeful watch, as they called it? They prayed, reflected on their dreams while they were still fresh, conceived children, visited neighbors, wrote, or simply lay in the darkness, thinking deeply. A 16th century medical manual advised that the best time for calm, study, and reflection was during these quiet middle hours, when the mind felt especially clear. Psychiatrist Thomas Ware at the National Institute of Mental Health tested this idea scientifically. He took volunteers and removed all artificial light from their lives for a month, giving them 14 hours of darkness each night, just like our ancestors experienced. Within weeks, every participant naturally fell into the same Biphasic pattern: 4 hours of sleep, a period of quiet wakefulness, then 4 more hours of sleep. During that middle awake time, their brains produced higher levels of prolactin, the same hormone linked to feelings of peace after meditation or intimacy. The volunteers described the state as deeply calm, reflective, and almost meditative. It wasn't restlessness. It was a distinct, restorative state of consciousness that modern humans have almost completely lost. So what destroyed this ancient rhythm? Light. In the 1600s, cities began installing street lamps. Paris, under Louis XIV, was one of the first, hoping to reduce crime. Cheaper candles spread, followed by gas lamps in the 1800s. Then, in 1879, Thomas Edison brought the electric light bulb to the masses. Within a single generation, the deep, natural darkness that had shaped humanity for hundreds of thousands of years was gone. We even changed the meaning of night itself. The word curfew comes from the French couvre-feu, meaning cover the fire. In medieval towns, a bell rang at night, telling people to extinguish their fires and stay indoors. Night was supposed to be dark. Being out after dark without a lantern was often suspicious or even illegal. Night belonged to danger and the unknown. Today, the average person is exposed to artificial light for 7 to 8 hours or more after sunset. That constant light, especially the blue light from phones and screens, strongly suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's night. Your brain treats a light bulb like daylight, delaying sleep and fragmenting rest. Research shows that even 1 week of camping with no artificial light can reset your melatonin rhythm by nearly 2 hours, bringing it back in line with sunset. We didn't just change our bedtime. We eliminated an entire phase of human experience, that peaceful, reflective window between first and second sleep. Many people now wake at 2 or 3 a.m. and feel anxious, treating it as a problem. But perhaps it's not a disorder at all. Perhaps it's your body remembering what it was designed to do for 300,000 years. Our ancestors gathered around fires and told the stories that built human culture. They slept in 2 gentle phases with a quiet, meditative time in between. The Milky Way wasn't something you had to travel far to see. It was simply the sky above them every clear night. We traded all of that for the convenience of a light switch, and most of us never even knew what we lost. The next time you wake in the middle of the night, try something different. Turn off the lights, lie still in the darkness, and let that ancient, peaceful state return. Even if only for a little while. In remembering how our ancestors lived with the dark, we might rediscover something deep and essential about being truly human.